Let's do 30 minutes of abs, core, Pilates, strengthen your core. Hey, what's up? I'm Preston. We're outside today. Beautiful day. Let's get started with a warm-up, then we'll get into our first plank of the day, followed by many core exercises. All you will need is a mat with some water. Let's get started with some cat and cow movements. Inhale, round the back, push the mat away. For the cat, maybe rock back towards your heels a little bit. And then on the inhale, arch your back, look up. For the cow, we'll do one more of each. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away. And then shift your weight forward. Inhale, drop the stomach, look up. For the cow, nice work. Let's stretch out our abs, warm up our abs a little bit. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Let your pelvis fall towards the mat. Squeeze your butt, look up. High cobra, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, maybe drop the pelvis even lower. Let's come back up to all fours. We'll do one more of those. Walk your hands out. Inhale, then exhale, drop your pelvis, looking up. Exhaling, squeezing your butt. Back to center. Nice work. Let's stretch out our upper back a little bit. So from the all fours position, we'll raise our left arm up to the sky, thread it underneath the right, then rest your left shoulder on the mat, left temple, walk your right hand out, and just hold it here for a couple of seconds. And then on your next exhale, come back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. From all fours, you raise your right arm up to the sky, thread it underneath your left, right shoulder rests on the mat, walk your left hand out, and stretching out that right shoulder, all of the weight on the right, back to center. Let's do a quick hip flexor stretch. We'll do that inner thigh, butterfly, hip flexor stretch. So come to seated, soles of the feet together, maybe grab the tops of your toes, squeeze your shoulder blades together, nice flat back, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down. And as you exhale, you fold forward, hinging at the hips, opening up the hips, the inner thighs, which mine are very tight today. All right, let's come back up. So today we're doing 30 minutes of abs and core Pilates. Let's come to all fours. We start and end each routine with a plank. Every time we do the plank, we add on 1 second. I think we're up to 1 minute and 28 seconds, so let's get ready from the all fours position. We step our right leg back, left leg back, and we're going to hold this straight arm plank for 1 minute and 28 seconds. So good form on the plank here. You're engaging your abs, you're slightly squeezing your shoulder blades together, squeezing your butt, tucking your pelvis under, making sure those hips are in line with your shoulders. You don't want them above, you don't want them much below, you want them pretty much in line. You could also do a forearm plank. Just make sure you bring your butt with you so your butt is still in line with your hips, with your shoulders. You're engaging that core, creating a nice straight line from your butt to your shoulders. You could always do these on your knees, forearm plank or straight arm plank, but do try and do some of it off of your knees, supporting your own body weight. Your feet are either hip distance apart or together. Less than 30 seconds to go here. All 10 fingers spread nice and wide. Breathing. Every exhale, you tighten that core even more. Another 15 seconds. You got this. And then when the timer goes off, we will sit back into a child's pose, which is in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's do a quick child's pose. Sit back towards your heels, and then we'll get started with our first core move, which is Superman. So from that child's pose, you can just extend your body all the way out, legs squeeze together, arms squeeze together, push your pelvis down. Scoop your abs up, reaching in both directions. Just going to hold that Maybe float your arms around behind you, banana boat position for a second. Maybe bend your elbows, bring them back up towards your head, Superman. Maybe arms come around to the side, hold that banana boat, back to the Superman, or you can just hold the Superman. The goal here is to really reach in both directions and also to push your pelvis down while you scoop your abs up. And great work on that. It's a hot one out today. Make sure you have some water. Shoulders elevated, hip raise. So we'll come around, feet on the mat, knees bent, hands behind your waist, and we're going to raise our hips up as high as we can. Hold it for a second, looking forward or down at your belly button, and then lower your hips. Raise your hips up, squeeze your butt, and then lower back down. Option here is to continue extending your legs, float your hips behind your hands, and hold your butt up off the mat a few inches. Otherwise, keep that hip raise going. 3, 2, 1. What do we have next? Let's see. We take a 10-second rest in between each pose, each exercise. All right, crisscross, so we lie on down. Legs in the tabletop, hands behind the head. Extend your right leg out long, right elbow, right armpit towards left knee, and then you switch. So the goal here is to try and get that armpit to touch that opposite knee. Lifting that shoulder as much as you can off the mat while keeping your elbows nice and wide. You exhale as you extend the leg. Inhale as you drive it in. Really try and extend the leg nice and long. It doesn't matter how fast you go here. It's all about curling up, getting that opposite armpit to opposite knee. Nice work. All right, take that quick 10-second break before we get into our next exercise. Flutter kicks. Flutter kicks. So from that same lying position, bring your legs to tabletop, arms down by your side, legs up as straight as you can, then just little kicks, fluttering your feet up and down. Maybe to make this a little bit more challenging, you lower your legs nice and slowly out to a 45-degree angle, hold it for a few seconds, and then elevate slowly, quick little flutter kicks. Lower back is always connected with the mat. Maybe exhale on your lower, inhale on your lift. Goal here is to use your lower abs to keep your legs elevated off the mat and fluttering all at the same time. Great job. Transition time. What is up next? Let's see. Dead bug. All right, so we'll lie on the mat. Let me move this to the other side so you could see me. Legs in the tabletop, arms up to the sky, lower back in the mat. As you extend one leg out to 45 degrees or just above the mat, you extend the opposite arm out behind you, lower back stays in the mat, and back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Goal here is to keep that lower back on the mat. Focus your mind on your core to ensure that your core is keeping you stable. Extending that leg out as long as you can, as well as keeping that arm from lifting your shoulder off the mat. Great job. Transition time. What is up next? You could stay lying on the mat, I think. I was wrong. Let's come up to seated. Sit up nice and tall. Hands to prayer position. Chop to one side, back up the center, chop to the other side. Follow your hands with your eyes. Nice big torso twist left and right. We're outside, so I have limited visibility into what the next exercise is. Oh well. We are back. All right, let's transition to the next exercise. Leg rainbows. So have your legs straight out in front of you. Lean back onto your forearms. You're going to lift your legs up and over, making big rainbows with your legs. Legs are glued together. Up and over. So you can either do it on your forearms or on your hands like this, or for the most difficult, challenging type, lift your hands completely off the mat. Let me show you from the front view here. So I have my hands on the ground, legs up and over, big leg rainbows glued together. All right, very good. Let's transition to the next exercise, which will be cherry pickers. So you lie on down, you curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. You reach towards your feet, legs nice and long, as straight as you can make them. Lower back on the mat. Just small little crunches out of your abs, out of your core. Focusing on keeping those legs as straight as you can, reaching up towards your feet. Keep that going. Just small little crunches at your own pace. Keep on reaching for those toes. 10 more seconds here. And then we will move on to the next exercise. Great job. And one. Let's transition. I can't really see the next exercise outside, so we need to wait a few seconds, take a breather. Let's see what's up next. We have pelvic lift. All right. So your feet are on the mat, your knees are bent, your feet and knees are parallel with one another. Push your lower back into the mat. Take a nice big inhale. Then on the exhale, peel your pelvis up vertebrae by vertebrae. At the top, take a nice big inhale. Then on the exhale, let each vertebrae touch the mat one by one. Lower your hips down. Then as soon as your hips touch the mat, you start rolling right back up, nice and slow. Squeeze through your glutes. Push your pelvis to the sky. And then on the inhale, you roll it down. Let's try and get one more here. All right, and take a rest. Nice work. All right, what will be next? We will find out here in a second. We have Ukrainian Twists up now. So what you want to do is sit up nice and tall, lean back slightly, heels on the mat, twisting side to side. Try and get those elbows to touch the mat. Follow your hands with your eyes. Nice big twists out of the torso. Maybe lean back even a little bit more. Maybe take your heels off the mat and try and hold that balance as you twist side to side. Minimal movement out of the legs. Try and keep your legs from wobbling. You can make more support by putting your heels down on the mat. Big twists as if you were trying to wring out a wet rag. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, needed a drink of water there. What will be next? Let's see. All right. Corkscrews up next. Lie on down, lower back in the mat. Legs glued together, straight up to the sky. You're going to bring your legs out to the right, down, around, through the center, up to the left, and hold at the top. So you're creating like a corkscrew design with your legs. You are out to the side, down, around, over to the left, up to the sky. Keep that going. Nice, slow, and controlled. Big range of motion. How big can you make your corkscrew? Keep that going. Another 13 seconds. Down, around, up. Keep your lower back glued to the mat. Lower abs doing all the work here. And great work. Take a quick transition. Take a quick breath. Quick break. Let's see what we have next. All right, rolling like a ball. Make sure nothing is behind you. And then you roll back, tucking your chin to your chest, creating a nice C shape with your spine. As you roll back, you only roll back to your shoulder blades, and then you roll right back up onto your butt, holding that balance. Legs in tabletop. Maybe grab somewhere around your ankles. Get a little bit smaller. Keep that going. Maybe try taking your hands off, no hands, and keep that ball rolling. Only back to your shoulder blades though, remember that. Very important. No neck on the mat. And great job. All right, quick transition here. Up next, what do we have? Let's see. And Pilates 100s. Lower your lower back to the mat. Legs in the tabletop. Arms raised a couple of inches off the mat by your side. Pump vigorously here. Legs in tabletop, looking down at your inner thighs. Option here to bring your legs out to 45 degrees. Or up to the sky. So option 1, tabletop. Option 2, out to the sky. Option 3, legs at 45 degrees. 45 degrees is the most challenging. Keep on pumping. Keep on going. Only a few more seconds here. Last 10. We try and do 100 reps of the pumps, but since we're using a timer, we'll just go by the timer. And nice. Bring your head in, and let's get into the next exercise, which will be 3 crunches for bicycles. So place your legs in the tabletop, hands behind your head. 3 small little crunches here. 1, 2, 3. Then go right into those 4 bicycles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposite elbow, opposite armpit, opposite knee. 3 small crunches. 4 nice long bicycles, getting that armpit to the opposite knee. Keep that going at your own pace. 3 crunches, 4 bicycles. I plan on programming dynamic reps into this, so instead of doing 3 and 4, maybe we'll do 5 and 7 or 2 and 6. That's an upcoming feature. Maybe the animals will even tell us how many reps to do. We'll see. Keep that going. 2 and 1. Last rep. Very good. And take that transition. All right, here we go. What is next? I have no idea. All right, side crunch. This is a small movement. A small movement where you just kind of lie out to one side, and you're going to crunch up. Small range of motion right there at your side, so you should feel all of the work coming out of that side oblique there. You can also keep your forearm on the mat. Just do small little crunches up, just a small range of motion. You should feel it on that side. Let's flip over onto the other side now. So side crunch on the left, Small range of motion. You might feel one side is a little bit tougher than the other side. Maybe you can't get as big a range of motion on that other side. Great work. Transition time. Let me rearrange my mic pack here. All right, sit-ups any way you like. So roll on down and then sit on up. I'm doing the arm. Sorry about that. I'm on like a decline. It's very hard to do any sit-ups on this decline here. Let me readjust. So I'm doing the straight arms up to the sky sit-up. Whatever type of sit-up you want to do, whatever tempo you want to go at, just keep on moving, keep on doing those sit-ups. I like doing these straight arm sit-ups because it forces me to focus on using my torso, my core to sit myself up instead of using momentum. Keeping those arms up, shoulders out of the ears allows me to do that. All right, nice work, nice work. What is going on with my mic cord here? Let me try and fix that. What's next? Who knows? X-ups. So lie on down, create an X with all of your limbs, so your arms are making a V and your legs are making a V, so your body's making an X. Then you're going to take your right hand, sit up, touch your left foot, then left hand, right foot. So you're reaching up nice and straight, nice and tall, trying to keep those legs as straight as you can, curling up as high as you can, getting that neck, shoulder, upper back off the mat, torso off the mat, sitting up. Option here if you want, keep your legs raised off the mat the entire time while you do this exercise. It's harder than it looks. It's kind of hard for me on this decline blacktop I have, so I'm going to place my feet back down on the mat. And good job. Need to fix my mic cord once again. We are almost there, guys. Only a few more exercises. Remember, we end our routine with that longer plank. First, we do the knee to elbow toe tap. So heels on the mat. We're going to do 2 each side. So elbow to opposite knee, then hand to opposite foot. Then you switch hands, switch legs. Twist that elbow to the knee, then reach that hand to the foot. Keep it going. Halfway through this, remember to do 2 each side. First that knee, then that foot. How big can you make that twist? How long can you reach that hand? Last 10 seconds. You got this. All right, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let me grab some water there, fix the mic cord. What's next? Teaser preparation. So let's try and sit up nice and tall. Squeeze your legs together, bring them to tabletop. Grab somewhere behind your hands, then reach your arms straight up to the sky. Then extend your legs out as far as you can, nice and straight. Lean back, nice flat back. Then sweep your arms around, grab somewhere on your shins, your ankles, whatever works for you, trying to not let those feet drop. Then extend out, squeeze everything, reach as far as you can, sweep those arms around, grab those knees into your chest. Here we go. Again, reaching, squeezing as much as you can. Bring it in and transition, rest. Great. Great work. All right, I really need to fix this mic pack. It is all twisted up. All right, shoulder taps. We come to a plank position. We're going to take our right hand, tap our left shoulder, then left hand, tap the right shoulder. So the goal here is to keep your pelvis nice and still. Minimal rotation out of your torso. Nice and slow shoulder taps, tapping each hand, opposite shoulder. Keep it going. Keep on tapping. Control it as much as you can. Keep that strong plank going, navel to spine. Almost there, 10 more seconds. Then we move on to the next exercise. Might be the last exercise, might be our plank. All right, very good. What is next? What is next? Transition. All right, it is the plank for 1 minute and 29 seconds. This is our last exercise of the routine. Remember, we start and end each routine with an ever increasing plank. So let's get into that plank. Step your feet back, feet hip distance apart. Engage your abs, shoulders in line with your hips. Nice straight spine. Tuck your pelvis, push the mat away. Engaging all of those muscles. Nice flat back. You don't want your hips up to the sky. You want them, or you don't want them lower either. You want them right in line with your shoulders. You can also transition down to a forearm plank if you want. Just make sure you bring your butt with you. You don't want it higher or lower. Just like the straight arm plank, you want it in line, nice straight plank. Keep on breathing, keep on engaging that core, squeezing your butt, all of the muscles. Keep it going. Less than 30 seconds to go. You got this. All right, keep it going. After that timer goes off, we'll sit back into a child's pose and get right into a cool down. Last 10 seconds. Wait for the timer. Keep it going. Keep those hips up. 3, 2, 1. Shift your weight back to that child's pose. All right, great job. Walk your hands over to one side of the mat, then the other side of the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. Great work. All right, let's do a few cat and cow exercises like we started. Exhale, push the mat away, round your back, shift your weight back towards your heels. Inhale, drop the stomach, look up. One more of each. Round the back. Drop the stomach, look up. All right, let's do a high cobra. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, drop your pelvis down towards the mat. Exhale, squeeze your butt. Maybe come up to your balls of your feet and shift your hips from side to side. Very good, very good. All right, let's thread our right hand underneath the left. Rest all of your weight on the right shoulder. Walk your left hand out and stretch out the upper back. Then come back to all fours. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Lift the left hand up to the sky. Thread it underneath the right. Walk your right hand out. Nice work. Then come back to all fours. We will end with a side body stretch, so come to cross-legged. Sit up nice and tall. Raise your arms up to the sky and drop one hand to the mat, then the forearm, then bend over, stretching out the side of the body. And then up on over to the other side. Reach those arms up to the sky. Reach on over to the other side. Very good, very good. We'll take 3 big deep breaths. Breathe it in. Nice big exhale. 2 more nice big deep breaths. Reach up to the sky. Exhale down to the mat. And last exhale. Very good. That was 30 minutes of abs and core exercise, Pilates style. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please subscribe or watch one of the hundreds of other videos on the channel. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks again for joining me. I hope to see you soon, and